Oh, this is the worst day of my life.
The worst day of your life so far.
For the love of God, could you please not smile? I get it, you're happy. You finally have your hands on some salt, you goddamn addicts. But nobody wants to see those nasty ass meth teeth of yours. Put those fuckers away, please. I have your salt ready.
Come on, Wendy, let's see those pearly whites. Oh, God.
I wasn't actually supposed to make this batch. I was actually supposed to escape prison today, but as it turns out, the vehicle that you guys delivered to me doesn't have any fucking car parts in it. I opened the hood and I couldn't help but notice it was literally hollow and there was nothing there. But it all makes sense. I get where you guys got the money to buy today's pony salt off of me from. I'm never gonna get out of here. I'm never gonna. Anyways, it's best not to underestimate PlayStation fanboys. And what I mean by that is, it's best not to underestimate their levels of stupidity and pettiness. You see, just like a toddler who cannot enjoy a brand new toy because he sees other kids have toys of their own, PlayStation fanboys are unable to enjoy this year of video games whatsoever. Microsoft buying studios left and right, Halo reaching 20 million players,
You were supposed to die!
Forza Horizon reaching 18 million, Xbox showing only growth and no signs of slowing down. There's no time to sit and wait and enjoy Horizon Forbidden West. We gotta take to Twitter. That's our #1 priority, to see what everybody else is enjoying and put an end to it. Because I still don't know. I mean, most of these people are in their 40s now and have apparently been doing this since the beginning of the 360 versus PS3 days. Usually people grow out of console wars. They don't grow up alongside them.
Well, to each his own.
But sadly, it's none of those big AAA exclusives from PlayStation that's on any pony's mind. No, what's been on their mind ever since the day it was announced was Microsoft purchasing Activision. Motherfuckers have been taking Viagra ever since that day cause it was a permanent boner killer for them. So now they can't get their heart on for Horizon Forbidden West. They want revenge. Their joy in life is gone. So what do they decide to do? They decide to try to get Congress to put an end to this acquisition. In too many industries, a handful of giant companies dominate the market. Rather than competing for consumers, they're consuming their competitors. My executive order on competition is changing that. Included 72 actions to help lower price and improve options for consumers.
Mr. President, please look into Microsoft's $70 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Microsoft has been getting away with antitrust for decades now. Because of their money and power, it's time to stop them.
I put a little bit of DMT in that because why the fuck not? Unfortunately, I don't have any deadly chemicals at my disposal. Prison guards took away anything that would allow me to kill myself. Now it's become a procedure that every day they lock me up in this room and force me to read PlayStation fanboy comments or watch their videos under surveillance. So sadly, not only is living hard, but dying is twice as hard. I don't know what to tell my dear pony. Your first mistake, obviously, was asking the President of the United States for jack shit at all.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Not only can this motherfucker not even give you clean water, but he doesn't give two shits if you have healthcare. Also, do you really think the president is going to bat his eye at a $70 billion purchase? That's not even a fraction of the overall gaming market. Do you even know how big Microsoft's share is going to be after this purchase? Well, here's a little pie chart thingy to show you. Well, it's not really a chart, but it gives you an idea. And as you can see, not only is Microsoft not close to being a monopoly, they're not even bigger than their competitors. What exactly did Ori Greatness think was going to happen? Did they think the president was going to turn around and be like, Microsoft's buying out Atari and Pac-Man, we must put a stop to this? No, that's not gonna happen. The president probably doesn't know what the fuck Activision even is.
Make sure you blocked Microsoft buying Blizzard Activision. Xbox has no games anyway.
How the fuck do we go from Xbox has no games to Xbox is a near monopoly? Look, we get it, J-Dub. You haven't felt the touch of a woman in a very, very long time. The only thing you've been touching is the tweet button. If only J-Dub's brain would work as fast as he does when he switches between alt accounts on Twitter. Man legit thought he was gonna get results tweeting to the President of the United States, who probably doesn't even tweet himself. They don't trust this motherfucker on a microphone. What makes you think they're gonna trust him with his own Twitter? Horizon Forbidden West is right around the fucking corner, J-Dub. It's so close, so close. You can almost touch it. You can almost taste it. There's no need to run around Twitter to keep yourself entertained. There's plenty of PlayStation bangers on the PS5, right? Right?
At POTUS, at VP, at FBI, I strongly advise you to stop Xbox from buying Activision. It is a pure monopoly. It has to be stopped.
Shut up, faggot.
A fucking monopoly? First off, Microsoft's share of the market before this Activision purchase was only 6.5%. Do you know how much it's gonna be after the purchase? Only 10.7%. That's not even close to 50%, which would meet the definition of a monopoly. In other words, Microsoft is barely catching up to Sony's share of the market, which was about the same in 2018. Are you trying to tell me in 2018 that Sony with their 10% share was a monopoly?
I'm on vacation today, but if I were not, I would be calling up some antitrust experts because Xbox buying Bethesda and now Activision sure seems like the type of horizontal merging that the DOJ frowns upon.
Miss Finster! Artie kid's drawing ugly pictures on the blacktop!
Good work, boy.
The Department of fucking Justice? Fucking Cockschreier. First they bought ZeniMax, and now they're gonna buy Activision. Justice must be served. Who's getting hurt exactly? Jason, why does the Department of Justice need to get involved? Where did Microsoft touch you? Did they hit you? Clearly they didn't, because it wasn't hard enough. Hand me the crowbar, Microsoft. I'll show you how it's done.
Whoa! Damn, man, look at that, look!
Sometimes you just have to beat the masculinity back into these journalists. Imagine being such a journalist cuck that you want to get the Department of Justice to prevent this acquisition from happening. Are you fucking out of your mind? So your answer to all of this is to reach out to the very exact same people who every year on a consistent basis try to blame violent school shootings on video games. The same fucking Congress that try to blame climate change on PC gaming. We're talking about people who don't make our lives easier, Jason. We're talking about a department that makes people's lives worse. Why are you reaching out to people who do not have our self-interest in mind? But look, I get it, Jason. You really want to have that article where you get to put in the headline that you're one of the people that helped prevent this acquisition from happening. That's what you really want. You've always thought of yourself as some moral champion, reporting on the injustices of the gaming industry, but you kept your mouth shut for so many years about Activision, so nobody wants to hear jack shit from you. Either way, I found the tweet to be quite baffling. I mean, who wouldn't? So I screenshotted it, and all I did was comment, "Is he for real?" I didn't think Jason Schreier knew who the fuck I was. I didn't think he was the type of guy to vanity search himself on Twitter to see what people are saying about him, but I guess he does, because less than an hour after I posted my tweet, I was blocked. How the fuck are you going to block me unless you knew that tweet happened? Which means Jason actively goes out of his way to see what people are saying about him. At this point, Jason might have a more impressive block list than even J-Tech himself.
Xbox fanboys, how dare you suggest this deal will be scrutinized by the US government? Phil knows what he's doing. Actual members of Congress, let's scrutinize this deal. Activision Blizzard, already a gaming giant, has a pattern of bullying workers to evade accountability for rampant sexual misconduct. I expect this deal to be closely scrutinized to ensure that it won't harm American coworkers or competition.
What the fuck does the sexual misconduct have to do with the purchase, okay? Congress is not gonna scrutinize this purchase because of the past history Activision Blizzard had. They're gonna take one look at this, they're gonna say, it's just Bill Gates being Bill Gates. All right, what does everybody want for lunch? And they're gonna fucking take off. The fact that he calls Activision a gaming giant shows how little insight he has on the matter. We're talking about people who don't even bat an eye. When Disney absorbed Fox, this acquisition is a penny drop by comparison. This motherfucker quite literally only tweeted so he could have some anti-sexual harassment rhetoric in there. Other than that, he doesn't give two shits. It's just political rhetoric. If he actually gave a fuck about the subject, he would tell you that Bobby Kotick only has about a year left in Activision before the acquisition goes through. He won't tell you how Microsoft plans on cleaning up Activision and not just forcing them to push out annual Call of Duties, which is already a huge benefit to consumers if they do that. Clearly, people who don't give a fuck about gaming shouldn't talk about it, especially if they're politicians.
Rob Zachney and I couldn't stop privately talking about the Activision Blizzard news this morning. So instead, we spent thousands of words going back and forth about the massive implications of this deal and why the government should probably step in.
Does nobody understand what the implications of an actual monopoly are? I'm not an expert on the subject. I barely know much about it, and yet I can still identify what a monopoly is. And call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure being in third place and having quote-unquote no games ain't close to a monopoly. I get it, it's one of the biggest purchases ever made in gaming, but you have to understand that one of the biggest purchases in gaming is still not all that big.
In purchasing Activision, Microsoft has undoubtedly set off a new round of M&A that will coalesce entities. It's bad for creativity, bad for devs, and bad for players. A 3.5-hour Sacred Symbols, a PlayStation podcast awaits.
Got this little anal cream. Yeah. That you can just, put on your asshole. Just put on your asshole if it hurts a little bit.
No! Not Colin! Not you, I really like you. I can't believe I'm about to have to bitch slap the shit out of you. Why, Colin? It was just a few months ago you were kicking Saltiest Gaming's ass in a live debate. I stood up for you, man. I had to cap for you. Look at all my hard work being undone in one awful tweet. Good job, Colin. Bravo. I'm gonna have to be 100% honest with you. This is a shitty take for someone like Colin, who I consider intelligent. It's starting to become quite apparent that Colin's PlayStation bias is getting the better of him. To call this acquisition bad for creativity, when the first thing Phil Spencer said he wanted to do was allow the developers to work on projects they want to, is pretty retarded, Colin. I can't believe I actually expected better of you. Not to mention, one of the first things they're going to do the minute they have Activision is get rid of Bobby Kotick. Already the biggest move to clean up this company. If everything goes well and Microsoft plays their cards right, we may see Activision bring out IPs that they haven't touched in decades. You're also going to have to explain to me how it's bad for players when this now gives the opportunity for all the huge popular Blizzard Activision IPs to head over to Game Pass. You cannot convince me that is not in favor of the players. Any opportunity someone can avoid a WoW subscription, a purchase of Call of Duty, but still have access to those games for pennies a month is a massive win. I am legit having a hard time trying to find a scenario in which Activision could be less creative than they have been in the last 5 years. This is insane. Microsoft opening up their wallet and increasing their share by about 4% is causing all these PlayStation fanboys and gaming journalists to cry out monopoly. All Microsoft is doing is playing PlayStation's game, but in the big leagues. Cashing checks that Sony's ass can't cash. And you know what? I'm not even a fan of this acquisition. I would have much rather seen Activision try to clean up themselves. But that's like expecting a meth addict to have good dental hygiene. It's far better that Activision was purchased by Microsoft rather than Tencent, Apple, or hell, even Disney, because those are the only companies who can realistically afford Activision. And in that market, it's much better that Microsoft acquired them. If you want to disagree with me on that, good luck. Unless you wanted Amazon to be the owners of Activision. PlayStation fanboys and gaming journalists just need to chill the fuck out, okay? Horizon Forbidden West is right around the corner, okay? It's gonna be in your nasty, greasy hands very soon. And soon, this news of Activision and Blizzard, it'll be a thing of the past. You know, until Microsoft starts dropping all the exclusive content. Alright, before I start again, how about you like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to, and I'll be seeing all of you in the next video.
Fritongo sucks ass.